as the New Year's dawn broke across America, painting snow-covered mountains and quiet towns in its gentle light. A different kind of celebration was unfolding far from home. Millions were welcoming the new year with cheers, warm embraces, and dazzling fireworks. But under a sky of fading stars, Sergeant Daniel Carter of the United States Army stood watch. His boots were planted firmly on foreign soil, but his heart was deeply rooted in the land he loved. For Sergeant Carter, there were no grand festivities. The new year arrived not with a countdown and a party, but with silent pride and a profound sense of duty. His thoughts drifted back to the American flag that waved outside his childhood home, a constant symbol of the values his parents instilled in him, the meaning of service, of sacrifice. He thought of the very promise woven into the soul of his nation, a freedom earned and fiercely defended by brave hearts just like his. The year that had just passed was long and demanding. It was filled with sleepless nights, unforgiving terrain, and moments where doubt and fear tried to take hold. Yet each challenge served as a powerful reminder of why he wore the uniform. He remembered the oath he took, the solemn vow to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Those weren't just words. They were a sacred commitment he carried into every single mission, a compass guiding his every action. At midnight, the air wasn't filled with the pop of champagne corks or the boom of fireworks. Instead, there was the steady hum of military vehicles and the quiet, unyielding strength of his fellow soldiers. They didn't exchange loud greetings, but firm handshakes and knowing nods of respect. In their eyes, Daniel saw the same unshakable belief that he held in his own heart, that America and the ideals it represents was worth every single sacrifice. But these brave men and women hailed from every corner of the country, from different backgrounds and with different stories, yet they stood together, united under one flag, bound by one shared purpose. From a pocket in his uniform, Daniel carefully pulled out a small American flag. It was worn from travel, its colors slightly faded, but it was meticulously folded. This small piece of cloth had been with him through multiple deployments, a silent companion through the most difficult days. Holding it, he felt the immense weight of history resting in his hands. He thought of the soldiers who came before him, the long line of heroes stretching from the fields of Lexington to the beaches of Normandy, from the frozen hills of Korea to the rugged mountains of Afghanistan. Their legacy of courage wasn't just a story in a history book. It lived on through him, through his comrades, right here, right now. But as the first rays of the New Year's sun began to pierce the darkness, Sergeant Carter allowed himself a quiet moment of hope. He hoped for a future filled with peace, for the safe return of every man and woman serving beside him, and for a nation that would never forget the guardians who stand in harm's way so that others can live freely. He knew that most Americans would never know his name or see his face, but that wasn't why he served. He served because freedom isn't a given. It's a precious gift that must be guarded vigilantly every single day. Back home, children would wake up in safe beds, their biggest worry being what to have for breakfast. Families would gather around their tables, planning futures without the shadow of fear. Flags would rise over schools and city streets, symbols of a nation at peace. And though they remained unseen, a world away, it was Sergeant Carter and his fellow soldiers who made all of that possible. Their watchfulness was the silent shield protecting the dreams of an entire country. Straightening his uniform, feeling the familiar weight of his gear, Sergeant Daniel Carter stepped forward to face the challenges of the new year. He walked with courage in his heart and America in his soul. He was more than just a soldier. He was a guardian of freedom. He was a living, breathing promise that as long as people like him are willing to stand the watch, the United States of America will always, always stand strong. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider sharing it to honor all those who serve. Remember to like and subscribe for more stories of courage and patriotism.